You have all seen it, I have seen it. The extended look of Grand Theft Auto 6 was absolutely amazing, and today starts the first video breaking down every single thing. And I wanted to do an homage to the entire build-up from 4 years ago, where it all started in 2022 when the game was announced, up until now, because there's a lot of references in this 27-minute gameplay video, essentially, that were also shown in the previous trailers and screenshots. So before we leave those behind, I want to give them the proper respect they deserve. So here are all the references, Easter eggs, and details all the way from trailer 1 until this extended look. Let's go. And it actually starts right at the beginning of the extended look, where Jason and Lucia walk into this apartment building and they meet these 3 guys on the right. And we've seen these dudes in trailer 2, exactly at the same location with the door there on the left, which you can see right here, and there are a lot more people. And of course, Jason and Lucia are actually just talking to them, turns out. Also, I really like this dude's shoe. Then we walk into this building and we meet this guy. 3 years ago, we've seen him in trailer 1, where he wears this same Righteous Slaughter Blood Ops t-shirt, which is the Call of Duty parody that Jimmy plays in Grand Theft Auto 5. He has the same sand for sand chain, same fatness, same face. And we haven't seen this in the extended look, but you can actually see him driving within this biker club with this dude right here. It's the same dude. So big chance that this is like a nonchalant meetup between them for the first time, but he is actually gonna introduce you to modding cars and bikes and paint jobs and all those cool things. Keep an eye out for this guy when you see him in GTA 6. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Then Jason and Lucia get into this apartment and you see a bunch of drugs being made. And then we meet Raymond right here. He's getting a call mid-conversation and he realizes that one of his friends betrayed him and the cops are on the way. And just look at this guy's hair, and just the character model is insane, man. Everybody panics. A giant shootout begins and these cops start storming into the door, shooting everybody up. And all the way back in 2023, we've had this shot right here, which looks a little bit different. And this is body cam footage of these cops storming this exact building. 1.5 years later, in trailer 2, we actually see these exact guys right here in a close-up. You got this dude with the hat on the right. You can clearly see that it is this dude on the right. And then we have this dude on the left, which we clearly can see is this dude right here. Then Jason and Lucia are going into action mode and we're seeing our first shootout right here. Absolutely insane how this all looks. I'll do a full detail video on it because there's a lot of features like this red hit marker, meaning that it's a lethal hit, and if the hit marker is yellow, it's a non-lethal hit, which will affect your level of criminal, which will have effect on the open world. Because you can choose to be a stealthy criminal and get caught less, and that will have impact, or you can be a notorious one who's going aggressive every time. But subscribe for more of that. We see here this CCTV footage, which we've also seen in a different fashion in trailer 1 with this alligator going into this little shop right here. Then we see that same dude from trailer 1 going through the wall, which is absolutely insane. And then Jason goes and shoots these guys. And now you do see that yellow marker. So even though it's a shotgun, this is a non-critical hit, so a little bit more friendly where you don't kill this dude. Jason continues clearing this room with a cool Red Dead Redemption type animation, and this often happens when you kill the last NPC before you get into a new cutscene. And this is all to make it super cinematic. Then we have this cop in the back aura farming coming in here, and Jason really wants to get down, but this guy right here, we have seen him. Oh, look at how crazy this looks, bruh. We've seen this dude in trailer 2, and in it is this exact guy, the same scene after he just killed the guy, the same turn he's doing, and this is Officer Mendez, who we don't know his deal in the story, but here in this scene in trailer 2, he says us cops gotta protect each other. So I think he's just the local higher up in the police that needs to get rid of all these gangs and goes in to raid all these compounds. And clearly Jason and Lucia know them because this scene, they recognize him.
It's fucking Mendez.
Yup. You think he saw us?
No, he couldn't have.
So there clearly is some history there, we just don't know what it is. We'll learn when the game eventually comes out. Now here, Jason and Lucia get into this random apartment of this grandma, and Lucia gets up to the window, and here she goes, breaking that window, and you already see the police lights, and this might be the most recognizable part of this extended look when it comes to comparing it to trailer 1, because this is that exact shot. This is actually gameplay going into a cutscene where Lucia jumps down onto the ground as this police raid is going on, which is insane. Crazy to see this now witnessed in actual like gameplay form inside the story, man. Wow. And we have the Rockstar Games logo with a happy song, and Jason and Lucia are going into this car with the Slim Jim, and we've seen Jason and Lucia in a similar car in trailer 1. The extended look doesn't have these black stripes that this car has, but it is very similar. And now they are driving right there, GTA 6. Then we see some cutscenes of Jason and Lucia in the apartment, and then we get a commercial for these antidepressants right here, which is super funny. And we've seen a billboard of this angsty band in trailer 1 saying it cures emotions with these same mascots right here. Then Jason and Lucia get out of their apartment building, which is insane. This shot is just crazy, and we've seen this car before, and it is right here where Jason and Lucia hug in front of the Ocean View Hotel. We see this car in the background. Then Jason and Lucia are driving, and you see a road sign saying downtown Triquesta going forward. And if you have the Ultimate Edition, you can actually pick up this grotty at that Triquesta Island, which on the Grand Theft Auto 6 map is right here on this triangle kind of island based on Brickell Key. And by the way, let me give a big shout out, man, to Yanis, because this version you see right here is the last version that the mapping community created, which is all these people right here before the GTA 6 map officially got leaked. Now they're working on a V16, which is gonna be like a copy of the leaked map, just so we can make a video comparing the two. But this already is super accurate, man. It's crazy, and kudos to Yanis and the whole mapping community, also Sauko, Dubsor, and all these people in here, man. It's insane. A little further, we see this building right here, which has a very unique shape. We can see that in this screenshot. It's one of these concert halls that you can see. If you look here at this rooftop little part, you can see it's about the same right here. And to see this in daylight, man, it feels unreal. This whole game is so crazy, bruh. Then we are driving over the Venetian Islands right before this dude falls off this bridge for no reason. And we got our first look of the Venetian Islands in 2023, and Jason and Lucia are actually like behind the camera downwards, because you can see this building on the right, which has this cool little shape, and also this building here on the left, and you can see these here as well on the right and on the left. And this building is actually where a screenshot is of Lucia here chilling in the pool, so the rooftop of this building is enterable. Then we have some shots at Ocean Drive, which we've seen a lot, and we get a compilation of some fighting, some shooting. Now we have here a car trunk that the camera is inside of, that Jason and Lucia just pulled their guns from. And on the GTA 6 website, when trailer 2 dropped, we've had this as the very last video at the bottom of the page, closing out this whole reveal that they did in 2025. You got this woman with the two hammers saying,
Well, look who's back.
and here she is in 2023 in trailer 1. And this almost feels like nostalgia, like it's crazy how this is, man. Then you have Lucia wearing a duffel bag and holding another duffel bag with her shotgun in one hand, and if she reloads, she does it with one hand too. We got some wrestling, we got some heists here, and now we're on the rooftop going into a different mission or story mode. And then we got Lucia here talking about Brian and Lori. Check this out.
I'm just more comfortable when I have to use a gun. you know?
Just be charming, okay?
Yeah.
And don't worry about Brian. Dude's retired. I mean, look at Lori's Snapmatic.
Then we have Lucia and Jason holding hands, which is a feature that improves their relationship meter. And here we have Brian and Lori. And we know the both of them from the 2025 screenshots. And Brian has a whole character description. I'll keep it short. He's a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling in the Leonida Keys. Lori is his third wife. And when it comes to Brian's role in the story, he is letting Jason live rent-free at one of his properties, which is this famous beginning of trailer 2, where you learn that Jason is fixing some leaks and Brian wants Jason to go and do some errands for him. And this is because Jason lives free in that house as long as he does some missions for Brian. And he's also some kind of mentor. And Lori is here for the good girly vibes. Lucia was talking about Lori's Snapmatic, and Snapmatic is the Instagram parody of Grand Theft Auto 6. Then we see Jason and Lucia in a brand new outfit and hair, and they're in trouble. Then Brian gets a text, and this is very interesting on the story part. There's a mission that has to be done at night, and it has to be quiet, and Jason and Lucia kind of look at each other like, who's gonna do it, you or me? Because they're both in the criminal world working for Brian, because Lucia also lives in Jason's house. After Lucia gets back from prison in trailer 2, Jason have picked her up, and there is this moment right here where Lucia is for the first time visiting this house, and she says,
Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
so she's also in with Brian. Then Brian shares a crazy story from his old age with Jason, and it really builds this bond between them. And I'm sure there will be a similar scene between Lucia and Lori as well. Then here we have the Hank's Waffles robbery, which is not in the trailer, but it is in the 2022 leaks. And if you know about the leaks, this is Hank's Waffles Diner, which is one of the first heist leaks that we got. You can already see that Jason doesn't really want to do it. He's kind of like, ugh. Then there's some robbing going on, and Jason says,
Leonida, baby.
Leonida, baby, and that is the state that this game is in, which is the first time he actually reveals how you pronounce it, because people said it was gonna be Leonida or whatever. It's Leonida. Then we have this shot right here, which is a big reference to the same trailer 1 shot, and it's happening a couple of times here with the same animation. And you can see in this trailer 2 website video that you have these stripes in the background, which here seems to be the same shop, but he's wearing a different outfit. Of course, this is in the open world, and you can see that these are the glasses that he's wearing in this 2025 video. But there's a mechanic going on here. There's different tiers of shops and places you can rob, and these, what you see right now, are the lowest level ones you can do. And if you haven't noticed, I'll do a detailed video about all the mechanics, but there is a CCTV icon, meaning you've been on film robbing this place. There's an icon with 2 heads, which is Jason and Lucia. There's also a version when there's 1 head if you're solo robbing. And then you have this icon, meaning the cops know what your clothes look like and what gun you have. And there's also a 6th one, which is the car you are driving, which when they enter into this car, that's when you get that icon as well. Then we have the Zero gas station, which you can see in the cover art for the extended look, which is the Zero gas station along with the food market with the beer, liquor, wine, loan, hot food and cold drinks. And you can see the gas prices as well, which will change depending on which gas station you are and what time of the year of, you know, everything it is. Then we have some very interesting dialogue that has to do with the relationship of Jason and Lucia. Check this out. It's very interesting. You gotta know when to get off, Jason. You hear me? And this is because Lucia is putting Jason in a lot of crazy scenarios, doing all the heists. Lucia in this extended look really is kind of the alpha of the couple, like a Latina, making the guy do all sorts of crazy stuff with her. And Jason doesn't really like it because he wants an easy life, like on the website is stated about his character. But of course, Lucia is the baddie that she is, and you know, you just, yeah, man, you can't say no to her, you know. Then we have some more beautiful driving right here at Port Vice City, as you can see, which was debuted in trailer 1 with this beautiful speed speedboat ride out or boat out shot. And later we saw it here in the Vice City Sunset video on the website in 2026. And now we're meeting Raul Batista, which is my favorite sequence in this whole extended look. And I'll keep this quick too, but he is confidence, charm, and cunning, being a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent. And eventually Jason and Lucia are doing this big bank heist right here, supposedly after teaching Jason and Lucia the ropes. Life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we'd all be wise to remember that. Which sounds kind of like he's gonna stab them in the back eventually, which Jason and Lucia in the extended look actually talk about, and they're worried about this. Check this out. Lucia says, hey, I got this Raul guy's car going to the address he gave. And then Jason says, nice, I'm on my way. And you gotta hear this next part, what Lucia is saying. I'm gonna play it.
Yo, so I've been thinking, and I don't think we should tell him about, our troubles. Not just yet. Look, he could sell us out or put a bullet through our heads. I mean, seriously, what reason do we have to trust this guy?
All right. So how do you want to play it?
Slow play. Just say, hi, nice to meet you. Here's your car. Where's our payment? Please let us know about any further criminal opportunities.
Now, it's pretty clear the trouble that Jason and Lucia are talking about is that they are being looked for by this cop and a lot of other people probably that they got in trouble with. And so they want to make sure that Raul does not know about all of this, and they want to keep it simple. And then Lucia gives her expectations of this mission, which is kind of funny how it turns out. Then Jason and Lucia meet up and are waiting for Raul Batista to get in the car. Raul gets in the car. Raul says, we gotta go. And they look at that Fleeka bank, which is an actual bank with all the cops coming, and Lucia gets on the gas and we go and do the getaway drive. Then Jason gets in the back and he's gonna shoot at these cops, and this is my favorite part, man. And we've seen this in the 2022 leaks already, but this is the first time you actually see it in 4K, baby. It is so crazy to see. And boom, these wheels, look at this, man. Oh, so good. Then Lucia drives into the alleyway, and I love this conversation that they have and learn about doing heists. Lucia thinks this is all going wrong, but then is really surprised when Raul says, you want me to take the wheel? You want me to just do this? And she says no in confidence. And then Raul gives her the lesson saying,
Think everything always goes as planned, huh? No, mommy, no. There will always be some kind of bullshit. A professional adapts. Are you a professional, Lucia? Huh?
And when Raul asks Lucia, are you a professional? She says yes. She really wants to be one, and we see this at the beginning of trailer 1, where she is the one in front kicking in the door, and you see her do that all the time, taking the lead. She really wants to be on top of that criminal lifestyle. Then you go into Lucia's perspective and you go and drive the car, and then Jason is basically the NPC, and this is just so good. I just wanted to show this and keep this on the screen real quick. Yeah, man, it's so good. Then the cops have to stop because of these oldies in these little scooter carts, which we've seen in 2025 in the Leonida Keys right here with this super fat lady who can't wait to eat this Big Mac or whatever this is. Then you have these red stars that you can see, which means that you are in an area that's being searched, but they haven't found you yet. And Lucia goes ahead and gets rid of this getaway car. Then they get in the van. There's some banter between Lucia and Raul. They go into here, which is also the Venetian Islands from trailer 1 we already talked about, but this time you see this little toll booth right here, which they are now driving through, and you can see this beautiful view of that same shot we saw all the way back in trailer 1. And we got a little montage of Jason and Lucia chilling. This is the Grass Rivers, introduced in 2023 with this same little airboat. Very teasy kind of shot in trailer 1. And look how dope it looks here, man. Then we have basketball with Jason. We see that he does have a basketball hoop in trailer 2. And in this beautiful Vice City screenshot, you can actually see that you can play it with other people. You have Jason here playing with Cal Hampton, which we'll see at the end of the extended look. You have some scuba diving, which we've seen in this Leonida Keys screenshot. We got going to the gym. There is a person here, presumably Jason, who is spotting Lucia. And trailer 2 also also had Jason doing some lifting at Vice Beach. We have this beautiful new screenshot showing a little bit more of this same gym with Lucia, and we saw her punching bags in the gym right here in 2025. Then we have Jason dropping off into the water, and we have them all on the jet ski, and we've seen Jason and Lucia on the jet ski riding together on one jet ski before in trailer 2, which back then also looked very amazing. Really love this shot, one of my favorites. We also got this boat right here, which we've seen a similar one in the Ultimate Edition. This is the Squallow that you get if you buy the Ultimate Edition. It is not the exact same boat because this one doesn't have that paint job, but I think it might be kind of the same model. I'm not really a boat guy, so it could be completely different though. Then we have some kayaking, which we've seen in the 2025 screenshots here with the Crest kayak in Mount Caliga National Park. And then we have the Jack of Hearts strip club with Draquan Priest stabbing up Jason and Lucia. Draquan is the head of Only Raw Records, and this Jack of Hearts club is owned by Booby Ike, which in the beginning of the extended look, Jason and Lucia was picking something up that went wrong. So he owns the Jack of Hearts club and is paying for the studio of Draquan Priest. And we saw in the 2022 leaks that Draquan Priest is kind of the first contact, maybe in Vice City, who is introducing Jason and Lucia to Booby Ike. And so here we have Jason and Lucia, by the way, having fun in this club, throwing some bills around. And we've seen this club for the first time in trailer 1. You can see this Sinful Sundays banner right here, which was shown in trailer 2 as well. Then we have some awesome racing right here, which we haven't seen. This is so good. I really love this, man. I don't know what this shot is all about with the TV, but I do like here the HUD, which is growing on me a lot, that you even have these cool little glasses and they go into a shop with a gun already drawn. Now what the trailer is trying to show here is that there are different tiers. I already talked about this, right? So this is the low tier of robbing a place. Then here we have a jewelry store, which is kind of something that we also did in GTA 5 with one of the first heists. And Lucia is punching this dude who probably wants to go and sound the alarm, just like this guy who Jason is pointing his gun at. And then this next shot is actually not the same building, it's the Flica Bank, which earlier in the extended look, Raul Batista was coming out of that because he robbed that bank as well. And you have these outlined stars, which means that the cops are on their way, but they're not specifically searching for you. You have Lucia wearing the same shirt as Draquan Priest in trailer 2, even though there's different numbers on there. And this game just looks absolutely insane. Lucia is wearing a duffel bag. You see the police and Lucia is just pointing her middle finger to them like, fuck you, we're going away. And then you have a random event with an influencer doing the trunk challenge. And you can see all these NPCs reacting to the situation, which is a procedural system. This is not the cutscene, this is actual gameplay. Then we have the day version of the Ocean Drive, which we've seen here in trailer 2 as well with the Dominion Hotel. And we see some missions right here with an MC that is only a Lucia mission. We have the safe house and we have the pay and spray coming back in GTA 6. Now while Lucia is driving, you can see the actual chat, but you can also view the live stream, which supposedly you then see the camera angle of this dude on his phone filming himself, which is hilarious. Now you have Jason and Lucia on the beach, and you can see this plane with this sign 919 Vice City, Y69 where you can 919. Big reference to trailer 1 on this shot that reveals Vice City, where you can see this same sign right here. Very cool little reference. There's a lot of shapes and sizes within the NPCs. You even have some fat people right here, which was already displayed in 2025 with this fat dude and this metal detector, as well as these like muscly dudes throwing the ball. You see some dogs walking on the beach, which we also see in this trailer 1 shot where you see the beach for the first time, and it's super dense, and it's still that way in the extended look, but also this cool little chihuahua running along with these people. Here we have a target practice minigame, and we have our first view of the dirt bike races, which in 2025 we've seen this beautiful screenshot of with a cool little raccoon here. That's nice. You can also see that there's not just bikes, there's also trucks in here, and presumably this is the Thrillbilly Mud Club we see in trailer 1, where you can see these monster trucks right here. There are different trucks than in the race, I know, but it might have a connection. Then we have some random driving, and you can see this building right here with the LED stripes. First introduced to us in the first trailer. Then we got a better look at it in this screenshot of 2025. And we see it all the way in the background here in this Vice City Sunset video that came out in 2026. Then you can see the characters switching inside the car as they are driving together, and you see that Lucia is a little bit more of a baddie than Jason is in terms of his criminal state, and you have the love meter right here that indicates their relationship status. And so you can see that they switch to Lucia and she goes and causes havoc, man. And let me put this explosion in slow-mo for you, because look at this. The car gets onto fire, but the smoke gets out of it, which means that the gas is already on fire inside the car. Then it explodes, looks absolutely insane, and look at this. Oh man, this is, movies do it worse than this game, bruh, in terms of how the explosions look. Like, we got a glimpse of it in trailer 2 where Lucia blows it up with her grenade launcher, and you can see the physics that these cars go rolling, but then this armored police truck doesn't. It's not phased at all because of the weight of the thing. But to see it here is absolutely insane, man. That's crazy. And the smoke trail follows. You see all this little sparkles and stuff. It's insane. And then we have also this cool Ferris wheel, which we've seen a lot of the times in other trailers and screenshots that I've already showed, so I'll skip out on that. And then we have the parachuting, which looks absolutely amazing. I can't do anything but glaze. This looks so cool, man. Wow. Then you switch over to Jason like GTA 5, and man, it goes so fast. It's in real time. And then you see Draquan Priest, probably the same day. They have the exact same clothing on. Draquan with the cool little Manatees 19 shirt, and then Jason with the white t-shirt. Also, do you think these guys are gay? Look at the pose, bro. It even looks like he has a mask on. That's crazy. And here, same thing. Manatees 19 and the white shirt with the camouflaged shorts, which we saw him wear at the beginning of trailer 2. We also see a surfboard here. So are surfboards confirmed? Can we surf in GTA 6? We haven't seen it, so maybe not. Then there is a cutscene of the airport. We've seen this first in the first trailer, and then we got a better look at it in one of the 2025 screenshots, where we actually have the interior here with a mission where Jason and Lucia are basically gonna babysit this random dude. They meet the dude. He just hopped off the airplane, and Jason is gonna drive them to the club. And here we have a better look of that airport, man, on a PS5. Insane. Then we have some Vice City shots. We have some more driving and racing, which is super cool. And we have this club right here, which we've seen in trailer 1 very briefly right here with a DJ standing, and it's pretty recognizable with this little circle with all these colors, which in the extended look is visible all the way there. And check out how dark is. Like, this is actually like black, and then this is overexposed, which is exactly how a camera would look, which makes it so insanely realistic with the lighting engine they have. Then we have this shot of Lucia with the background right here, and we now know that this is Club 919, the same one with the flag that we talked about right here in trailer 1. And we know this is Club 919 because this background can be seen right here, and there's actually a dancing minigame. So in trailer 2, they are on that dance floor having a good time, and you can see she is sweating. Like, it's hot in there. And so this is a different club. We have Mega Mundo. So they go and get into the club, and the lighting looks absolutely phenomenal here. It's insane how colorful it is too. We see these cool balloons in the background, which you see a lot in a lot of clubs. You see these balloons here in trailer 1 as well. And we have Jason aura farming looking straight into the camera, bro. Crazy. And we have a little conversation between Jason and Lucia, which is very interesting.
Some security guy just took my guns.
It's a good thing you're good with your hands.
Lucia being good with her hands is obviously referring to Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk, and her being a kickboxer apparently, because she was fighting for her family, and that landed her in the Leonida Penitentiary. And who is this guy, and why does he look like the most insanely detailed character and realistic one? Shit hits the fan, and Jason and Lucia have to protect the assets in here, and so they are going on on a cool little shootout. Then Lucia texts Jason with some details, and Jason kind of saves the day right here with a surprise explosion. This dude is dead and has a sticky bomb, and boom, there we go. And then we have switched to Lucia. Very cinematic, very dynamic. Gets thrown off of the stairs, an RKO out of nowhere. And then Jason's gotta protect this dude. They are bodyguarding, so we have another crazy shootout. And the shooting looks really good. More on that in future videos. Definitely subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And boom, here we have those hits. And this is what I will talk about in that video, where the red parts are lethal hits and the yellow parts are non-lethal hits, depending on if you want to be a killing criminal or not. Then we have some fighting right here with Lucia throwing that high heel in his eye, and this is where she gets cooked. And then we have a beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous ending here. Beautiful shot of Vice City, again with this Ferris wheel, and you see this crazy building right here, which we actually see in this shot here in the background. So that last mission took place somewhere in one of these buildings. And we have a beautiful shot of, man, this looks so good. Look at how many NPCs are here in the front, in the pool, chilling. Then here on top, now we have here this crazy building that is under construction with all these people here, which we've seen in this shot. It is under construction right here, or this is a different building. That could also be true. And we have Cal Hampton right here fishing with Jason and Lucia. Cal Hampton being Jason's friend and a fellow associate of Brian, who feels safest hanging out, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. And we've seen him fishing before in 2025 with this screenshot of Jason. Then we have this gentleman's club right here, with women dancing in cages, like behind bars. And this is in Port Gellhorn, in the Delights Club, which is a cabaret with new girls, new food, open all night, hiring dancers, and there's also ladies' night with some male dancers. Here we have a shot of Draquan Priest in the studio, and you can see in the reflection of the glass there's two women rapping right here. Those are the real dimes with Roxy and Bay Lux, who have been friends since high school, and they turned their time shaking down local drug dealers into cold hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. And we see Bay Lux in this Dazed magazine screenshot right here that came out a couple days ago, and we have Roxy right here in a brand new look. And we've seen them in the exact same studio before in 2025 with this screenshot and the golden microphone that I have as well. And we have this lobby with this chihuahua that is wearing a dress. What the fuck? Then we have right here, I think this is in either Port Gellhorn or Ambrosia. They kind of remind me of this biker gang right here, but I'm just not sure. There was a screenshot released with all these little cabins, which is in Port Gellhorn, but it doesn't really look like this place. Then we have Jason along with some boaters, don't know what this is all about. And we have right here this dude on the right and this dude in the middle, which we see right here when Draquan is on the left with Jason here in the middle. And this dude is right here with the same little blue glow along with the most right guy, who is the one we just saw. Who are the two people we just saw? So these guys also play a role, and this is the PS5, which is funny. And I think this is that Call of Duty ripoff that we talked about at the beginning of the video. And we have a great car meetup. I am seeing you here, man, in online. It's gonna be so good. We have this beautiful shot of the seaplane. We've seen a lot of those. This one is yellow, but the extended look one is blue. And then we have this guy, which is very interesting to me. It reminds me of this 2022 shot where he has the same color clothing right here, doing drug running for Brian. But he looks very Pablo Escobar-ish. Maybe he's the villain of the story, who knows? And this is the most realistic shot in the game. And there we have Cal Hampton chilling again with Jason and Lucia grabbing the beer. And that's it, man. Wow. So those were all the references of Grand Theft Auto 6, the extended look. What an amazing ride this was. Absolutely crazy to see this actually happen. I can't wait to play the game. Let me know what you think. Consider being a member if you watched all the way until the end. Give me a purple heart emoji if you watched all the way until the end. Thank you so much. See you guys next time. Thank you to the members, and let's get hyped, boys!